Hello everybody, this is Dr. Not Carlos Hernandez, and today we're going to be covering the topic of tantric sex. And I'll be taking 2 questions from 2 lucky tweeters that have asked me. Our first question comes from Carlos Hernandez, and he asked, how is this topic, tantric sex, relevant to treatment of sexual concerns for clients? Carlos, that is an excellent question. One of the reasons that tantric sex is relevant for clients in treatment is it's due to something called sexual scripts. So sexual scripts consist of behaviors, rules, and expectations, and they're essentially guidelines for appropriate sexual behavior in sexual situations. Sexual scripts are often learned through socialization, culture, media, social groups, etc. There's many things that are involved in sexual scripts and the development of them. And they often tend to be gender specific, so they vary from both men to women. And I bring up sexual scripts because tantric sex actually allows you to be released from these expectations and enjoy sex more genuinely. Many people approach sex with certain expectations or concerns. For instance, the expectation that penetration will occur, or concerns around whether you or your partner will reach climax. The goal of tantric sex is to release you from those expectations. You can enjoy tantric sexuality with or without penetration, with or without orgasm, or even with or without a partner. Letting go of those expectations can help you relax and enjoy the present moment, promoting more spiritual wellness around the sexual experience. Another reason that tantric sex is relevant is it allows clients to heal from sexual trauma or trauma involving sexual experiences. The saddest part of trauma is most victims feel shame and they don't speak out or find ways to heal. Practicing tantric sex will assist. They are effective ways to heal because they work with the body, spirit, and the brain. Sexuality and tantric thinking is physical, psychological, and spiritual, as we mentioned earlier. The difficulty of reaching pleasurable orgasms is most likely a psychological issue, and tantra will help you break through that imprint. The problem with surviving trauma is that most of us do this by shutting down some part of ourselves in order to survive that moment and going numb. So you shut down, you go numb in order to survive. But by unnumbing, you'll be able to truly heal. You'll allow yourself to feel pain and then let it go, and then let go of the rigid control so you can become resilient and flexible. Why is this important? Why is this relevant? It's important because experiencing an orgasm is in many ways the ultimate act of relinquishing control. It's a total release at the physical, mental, and spiritual level. Before an orgasm, the whole body tenses and then completely loses control in climax. Our next question comes from Dr. Butler, another doctor. Wow. How would you deal with this type of client, a client who is described as being involved in this type of sexual behavior? How would you approach dealing with this particular dilemma or issue? Well, oftentimes they're not involved in this sexual behavior. It's often recommended or suggested to them for many different reasons. The way I would deal with this type of client is I would let them know that there are several different benefits of engaging in tantric sex or even just tantric techniques. And the great thing about it is you don't need a partner. You can perform these techniques by yourself, with the partner. And I would just remind them about the benefits that comes along with tantric sex in order to address the dilemma or issue. Let them know it's not a bad thing. There's many ways to do it. You don't have to do all of these techniques. You can get more of what you want in sex by engaging in tantric sex. You can release sexual blocks and shame, find ways of healing from trauma, as we discussed earlier. You can wake your sexual energy. For people that have penises, delaying orgasm or experiencing non-ejaculatory orgasms can be a benefit. And longer lovemaking sessions, relaxation, and quality of spaciousness, just to name a few. I would remind them about the benefits.